Having grown up in the church, I was raised in the South, and having grown up in the church, I was exposed to right belief about Christ, about God's plan of salvation, about righteousness and wickedness. And what I found was I had put faith in what I believed, not in whom I believed. This is the Word Podcast, episode 176. And let's talk about a warning: beware of faith in faith. So, like I was saying, growing up in the church, growing up, going to Sunday school, going to Wednesday, Bible studies and whatnot, what I'd found is that I'd put faith in what I believed about this subject matter, not in whom it was about. And it was a very subtle thing because I had faith in my faith. And that was what gave me security, is that I had the right belief as opposed to those that did not have it. And there was a selfish, fleshly pride in that, knowing that I had the right belief. And I was secure in that. I didn't need to walk out my faith. I didn't need to try to, in the Lord, move from a fleshly existence to a more spiritual existence, to basically move into the good works that I'd been designed for, according to the second chapter of Ephesians. It took on this accumulation of more understanding of what I believed, not in whom I believed. Let's go to a passage in Hebrews chapter 11, very popular passage, where it talks about faith. And I don't think that people get this one wrong at all, but I think there's so much more to this verse than we quote it as. And here's the verse. It's in Hebrews 11, chapter 11, verse 6. It reads, "But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him." Now, you will hear this verse translated as, for he who comes to God must believe that he exists. I'm not saying that is incorrect, but that to me doesn't really make sense. And it's not actually the Greek words. It's not God exists or he exists. It's he is. And I think when you translate it as he is, it's the essence of who he is, as much as when he told Moses, "I am that I am," because God's name is his essence. And if I was to speak to you about him, I would say he is that he is. If I was to speak to God about his essence, I would say you are that you are. And he would say of himself, "I am that I am." So what is my point here? If you're coming to God, why wouldn't you believe he existed? That verse doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But without faith, it is impossible to please him, for he comes to God, you're coming to God, must believe that he exists. Well, if you don't believe he exists, why are you coming to him? You must know his essence of who he is. You must know him, not just about him. And then you also must know what he's about. And it says that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Well, how do you know that? You just kind of figure it out or guess at it? You must have faith that he is the rewarder of those who diligently seek him. That is his nature, that's his essence, that's what he does. And how do we learn that? But by his word. We can't just imagine things about God and go, "Oh, that's the reality of who he is." It's only by his word. So what's my point with this? Is that it's very easy. Our flesh finds a way to snake itself in there to give us pride of life, to give us that unchecked desire, the lust of life. And so when it comes to faith, we can actually have faith. We can place our trust in what we believe, not in whom we believe. If you give this some contemplation, some thought, you can start to see how this is a very slippery slope and it's dangerous. And I think it's the slippery slope and the danger that the Pharisees fell into. That they put a lot of trust and faith in what they held to be true about God and didn't put the confidence and trust in him enough to look to see his son coming. They had it all figured out because they had such a firm belief and trust in what they believed, not in whom they believed. And it led to them being blinded to what God was doing in and around them. All right. As always, you are a warrior designed for God's glory. Remember, put your faith and trust in him, not in what you believe about him. It's a subtle nuance. All right. As always, if you like the content, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll continue to put out the content. God be with you. Stay in the fight. Peace.